So as I'm sure you might have heard, Moot is thinking about selling 4chan to Anita Sarkeesian. I don't believe this for one moment. There are several reasons why I don't believe it, but the most obvious is I don't think Anita wants anything to do with 4chan. But there are several financial and legal reasons why I think this is complete horseshit. This is not to say Moot isn't thinking about stepping down as admin and giving it to somebody else, but I don't think it's Anita Sarkeesian. Now, the reason why I do think Moot might be stepping down is because to get some of the legal liability off of himself. Not that it would work if he knew the law, but if he knew the law, he would not be Moot, now would he? The way the law works is if you commit a felony, for up to 7 years you can be charged with that felony if and when they think they have enough evidence to support it. There's more than enough felonies Moot commits every day to charge him for fucking his entire life. If the federal government wants to investigate Moot for something, they're going to do it. More importantly, if Moot does step down as admin, Anonymous no longer has a means to defend him. They no longer have any excuse as to why they let Moot get away with the shit that he does. Anonymous has been a contradiction to 4chan for years on end. And if Moot steps down, well then Anonymous can, take off the muzzle and go after Moot personally. I'm sure they wanted to for a long time, but felt like if they did, they'd lose their precious 4chan. But if they can have 4chan without Moot, guess who's gonna get doxxed and probably gonna get shot? It's gonna be Moot, and couldn't happen to a more deserving son of a bitch. Now, there's that element, and then there's the element of it's just complete horse manure, because how are you going to sell 4chan? Oh, is 4chan a physical capital that you're going to trade in the marketplace and then have to face tax liabilities and, social liabilities? All that child porn and bullshit on 4chan is your responsibility, not the responsibility of the fucking people you ban, or also the fact that you're evading your taxes and committing embezzlement and money laundering by donations for the gold membership that you don't report on your IRS files and things. You think that's gonna go over well? If this is true at all, it's gonna blow up in Moot's face. Whether or not the Anita Sarkeesian element is true, the fact is that Moot is thinking about selling 4chan to get out of all the felonies that have piled up over the years. He's fucking retarded. And he needs to die. He probably will die. Or spend his life in jail and may as well be dead. Because there is no going back. There is nothing he can do at this point. He has backed himself into a corner. I'm the least of his problems. And God knows that I made him butthurt all those years ago. But I warned him, and I warned all of you that this was going to happen. I fucking know how this is going to turn out. And for me, this is good. For me, this is to my benefit. But I'm just saying that moderators are a serious issue. They are the new bourgeois class. And they are a contradiction of the older bourgeois of the industrial age. Just as feudalism and neo-capitalism could not coexist, corporations are a direct contradiction to the feudal empires of old, and one had to overcompass the other. The same thing applies here. Moderators and capitalism as we know it, suits and ties, people at wine tasting conferences, people fucking, talking about their 401k plans and stock portfolios, that cannot coexist with the moderator class. It is a direct contradiction. One of these will have to eat the other. And I don't think a bunch of rich old white people are going to part with their money that easily. So the only reason why I think they haven't done anything yet is because they worry about the instability that would arise from it. What would happen if they were to just shut down all these fucking websites and hold people accountable? It would definitely hurt their profit margins, and it would certainly hurt any potential for, abusing their power even more so. But at the same time, if they don't do something, they're going to lose it entirely. So they're trying to be subtle about it. That's why they only go after people very rarely. And at that, it's not even under the basis of law. They don't go after these people because, they're committing the tax fraud and the fucking embezzlement and money laundering. They go after them because the child pornography, they cyberbullied the autistic faggot kid, whatever, and stupid shit. That's why. Because if they were to be direct about it, well then it would change the entire thing. It would change the entire metagame of this bullshit of the bourgeois class. And they don't want to take that risk. but they're going to have to. It's going to fucking happen either which way. And, you know, so Moot's backed himself into a corner. I've already said that. Now, a lot of people are saying that 4chan is just going to disappear magically. Even though, has that ever been the case with a giant website? Even MySpace still exists. It's not as big as it once was, but it's still there. And it's still, whoever runs MySpace still is on a yacht somewhere yucking it up. It's just, yeah, it's not relevant to today's cyber culture. But they got away with their crimes, and it's still fucking there. The same thing is going to happen to 4chan. It might not be in the cyber culture, but it'll still be fucking there. Even if it's not there, I don't see 8chan replacing it. And that's another thing. Fucking Hot Wheels, I don't care how crippled he is, how much God hated him to make his arms and legs little chicken nuggets. I don't fucking care. He's still a felon. He should still get shot and put in jail. And he probably could bunk right next to Moot in jail, and Moot can fuck him in his retarded, wheelchair-bound butthole. I guess I'm done.